Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's May 9th, 2017. One of the news stories this evening, the passing of Big Black, the co-star of the MTV hit show Robin Big. They're saying he's died at age 45, but the cause of death is not known yet. What we're going to talk about in this video is how his death on this specific date, May 9th, is no doubt a prime example of murder by numbers. That song from 1983 by the Police about how it's as easy to kill as ABC 123. We're going to talk about Big Black's death. Then we're going to talk about the death of BTY YoungN, the rapper associated with Birdman. Just days before this death, I put out a video suggesting a meme idea for hip-hop deaths and the number 74 and how relevant 74 was to the death of Tupac Shakur, Notorious B.I.G., and so many other rappers, as well as musicians. And then just days after putting out that video, this young rapper dies 74 days from Birdman's birthday, and he was Birdman's artist. Again, this knowledge needs to reach the masses because it is the absolute truth, and these sick practices, they can only be stopped when the knowledge is exposed to enough people. We're also going to talk about the death of the rapper Lil Snupe. I have not covered this in a video before. I've been asked a number of times. The blog post has been up for a while, since August of 2016. But this was a young man who died on a date with 59 numerology by the numbers that parallel the death of Big Black, which we'll get to. 59, a number that has to do with killing, and a number stamped on black people in a negative way all throughout history. Done so many videos on 59 and young deaths of black individuals, men and women. We'll also talk about Isaiah Thomas scoring 53 points on what would have been his sister's 23rd birthday. Again, on April 15th, I put out a video talking about murder by numbers in the world of professional sports. I talked about how Isaiah Thomas was the type of player who was ripe for a ritual sacrifice in his family. And then later that same day, we got the news story about the death of his sister, Chyna Thomas, a story that is a shining example of murder by numbers, and a story that continues to roll out is murder by numbers. Look at this. He scored 53 points on what would have been his sister's birthday, 23rd birthday. When you write out 23, it sums to 53. When you write out Chyna Thomas, it sums to 53. When you write out Federal Way, where she died, it sums to 53. When you write out UW Huskies, it sums to 53, where Isaiah Thomas played his college basketball, Seattle, the University of Washington Huskies. That's where I live. We call them the UW Huskies up here. In this same game that he scored 53, he tied a Celtics record of 29 points in the fourth quarter, and he tied Nate Robinson, the tiny little point guard who also played for the UW Huskies that used to be a part of the Celtics. Murder by numbers, rigged sports by the numbers, it's all part of one larger, ongoing Masonic ritual. They also had the funeral for Chyna Thomas in Tacoma, which is just a few miles south of Federal Way, also 53. We'll talk about Isaiah Thomas losing his tooth the game before that. On the same night that he lost his tooth, which was a staged incident, it's so fake, check it out. On that same night in the WWE, a wrestler had his tooth knocked out by the man known as the Celtic Warrior. As I've been saying for more than a year, they're trying to tell you that pro sports is no different than the WWE. It's all scripted. It's all theatrics. It's all a big waste of your time. So we'll get to it all. We'll link it down below. We'll talk about the Warriors sweeping the Jazz last night after the Cavs sweep. But let's start here with Big Black. Dead at 45. His co-star's birthday, Rob Dyrdek, his birthday is June 28th. His last birthday was June 28th, 2016. I meant to put a screenshot of that up here, so let me just pull it up one more time. Rob Dyrdek, if I can spell his name right. His birthday, June 28th, 1974, currently 42 years old. 74, 42, special numbers to Freemasonry. From his birthday to this death is exactly 45 weeks. The death of his co-star from Robin Big, and Big Black's dead at 45. If you write out Robin Big, the name of the show, it sums to 45. Big, dead at 45. Robin Big, if you do it with the ampersand instead of the word and, Robin Big becomes 35. Did you know that once upon a time, ampersand was one of the letters in the alphabet? Anyway, Robin Big sums to 35, the small way, just like King James. And Big Black has a lot of connections to Ohio, where LeBron James is, where the Cleveland Cavaliers are. And as I continue to explain, when the NBA playoffs roll around, bodies always pile up in connection to LeBron James. Again, listen to that song, Murder by Numbers. It's about how important ritual killing is to maintain your status and your field, your profession. You know, even if you're an entertainer. Robin Big, 35, like King James. The name Big Black, his nickname, has gematria 47. Remember, Ohio sums to 47. This year is the 47th season of the Cleveland Cavaliers, the first NBA championship won by the Philadelphia Warriors in 47. His birth name is Christopher Boykin, which has gematria of 98, like National Basketball Association. They said that Isaiah Thomas's sister was driving a 98 Camry. Doubtful. The wreck didn't make any sense. How the car got to where it was. Seems that the whole story of Chyna Thomas, if she was really murdered, it didn't have anything to do with a car accident. That was just the bogus reason put out. Anyway, National Basketball Association sums to 98, special number. The first year the Cavs and Warriors went to the NBA Finals, it was exactly 98 days after the last time they played each other. The game went to overtime 98-98. That was 2 NBA Finals ago. 98 days after they last played, the game went to overtime 98-98. I was explaining then the connection to Chosen One and LeBron James. LeBron James on his back, if you don't know, the star of the NBA has Chosen One written. Chosen One has gematria of 98, just like the word chosen. Also, again, like National Basketball Association. As for this man dying on May 9th, again, just in case you're new here, let me write this out so you can appreciate it. Follow here. This is the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, the one that says English ordinal. Negro, 59. Slave, 59. Blues, 59. Rasta, 59. Jigaboo, the insulting term, 59. Motown Records came out in 59. They said AIDS was discovered in 59 in the Belgian Congo, 59. This number, tormenting black history. And now here's a man on May 9th, dead. And in Jewish gematria, kill equals 59. Murder by numbers. So, from January 13th, 2017, when he had his 45th birthday, to his date of death is 117 days later. And look, when you write out 45, it sums to 117. Just like when you write out Ohio, this man has lived in Ohio in the Dayton area. Ohio 117. When you write out Undertaker, it sums to 117. I'll remind you the Cleveland Cavaliers won Game 1 of this NBA season with 117 points. And the WWE wrestler Undertaker was in attendance, part of the big storyline. They're calling LeBron the Godfather, 117. The Godfather, killing, mafia, murder. This is all ritual. This is 100% what murder by numbers is. With regards to May 9th having to do with slavery, the Civil War ended on this date, 1865. Again, the Civil War had much to do with slavery. Last year when LeBron won the NBA Finals, he won it on Juneteenth, the date the slaves were freed. So I'll link this below if you want to read the reporting from TMZ, no cause of death. Today's date, also a date with 51 numerology. Cleveland has Gematria 51. LeBron James, conspiracy. Date with 31 numerology connecting to basketball. But no doubt this man dead at 45 for his connections to the MTV hit show Robbin' Big. Dead in connection with the co-star 45 weeks after his 42nd birthday. With regards to him being 42, Rob Dyrdek, and this man dead on 5'9", when you write out 5, it sums to 42, and when you write out 9, it sums to 42. No other numbers do that. 5 and 9. And 59, 42, numbers stamped on black people throughout history. Slavery, 42. Nigger, 42. And notice the 102 as well for both words. The Civil War began on the 102nd day of the year. News by the numbers, ritual killing by the numbers, these are old world practices. So now death of rapper BTY YoungN. Connected to Birdman, they said that his inspiration for rapping was Juvenile, part of the Cash Money Records music label. Notice the name BTY YoungN sums to 44, like shooting, like execution, like kill. He was murdered. His mother, interestingly enough, is 44 years old right now, just like Notorious B.I.G.'s mother was 44 when he died. Gabrielle, 44. The date that this became news was April 30th, 2017, a date with a life lesson number of 44. He was actually killed the day prior, April 29th, the 119th day of the year. Remember, all-seeing I equals 119, master plan, Star of David, special number 119. The date he died, a date with 25 numerology, the word death, 25. Also a date with 33 numerology, number of sacrifice. From Birdman's 48th birthday to the death of this artist, who was employed through Birdman, 74 days later. Number that we talk about so much. Killing 74, Rapper 74, Rhyme 74, Masonic. There's a song called Gematria, the killing name. Gematria is what we're talking about, the practice of coding numbers into words. Gematria 74, killing 74. The death of this rapper in relation to his mother, her full name, Gabrielle Jerome, also has Gematria of 74. Remember, Notorious B.I.G. died 74 days from his own birthday when his mother was 44. See my work on Notorious B.I.G. I have a playlist. A lot of important information. The reflection of 74 is also 47. Birdman, the artist who employed this young man, Birdman 47. With regards to him being 48 years old right now, special number, the number 223 is the 48th prime. Illuminati equals 48. Freemason 48. Evil 48. Masonic also has Gematria of 223. The Synagogue of Satan also 223. Special numbers here. Special numbers. So they mentioned he was part of Rich Gang, which I noticed has the Gematria of 67, like blood sacrifice, number we find around death and killing often. They said he was shot at a Shell station. Shell has Gematria of 79, like murder. He was killed in the Holly Grove neighborhood, which is where Lil Wayne is from. Lil Wayne. He recently had the news by the numbers joining Jay-Z and Rockefeller Records, which equals 74. Now they call it Rock Nation. Anyway, Holly Grove, where he died, has Gematria of 58, like Freemasonry, like secret society, very special number. With regards to him dying on a date with 33 numerology, April 9th, Desmond, or it's possibly Desmond. I'm not sure how he pronounces his first name. It could be Desmond or Desmond. Either way, the spelling is such, having Gematria of 33, like his last name, Jerome, like the word rhyme. His mother's name, Gabrielle Jerome, also has Gematria of 137, the 33rd prime. And his death, it connects to Birdman, his mother, And also, Juvenile, as we're about to get to. Jerome got his start doing features on Juvenile tracks, which he said gave him the motivation to pursue a career in hip-hop. So anyhow, here's what's interesting. This man was killed at a gas station, which has gematria of 35 like Juvenile. And lo and behold, his death could also be for LeBron James in the NBA Finals. This is all part of an interconnected web. All of these stars work for the same tyrants. The Freemasons, Zionist Jews who control the entertainment industry, media, the stuff that reaches the minds of the masses. All-seeing eye is your mind's eye. This man died on the 119th day of the year. Again, I can't express enough how important this number is. All-seeing eye, 119. So, with regards to Juvenile 35, Gas Station 35, Juvenile's currently 42. Number stamped on black people as well. From his birthday to the death of this man, 35 days. 35 days. What are the odds? Started with Juvenile. Juvenile better watch out himself. He has the name gematria of 118, number connected to death in a big way. I also meant to mention this artist. His name was BTY YoungN, BTY 47. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. Somebody sent me a rubber, I don't know what to call it, goose. Anyway, it makes this loud noise. My girlfriend's doing that because she wants me to finish up. So let me go through the rest of this quick. I'm almost done. So anyway, 74-47, we see it again and again. Like I said, I was just talking about how this meme needs to go out about the death of Tupac Shakur by the numbers. Last year, May 3rd, 2016, the real Machiavelli's birthday. It was announced the death of Tupac's mother. Machiavelli's real birthday is May 3rd. Tupac's mother's death was the news on May 3rd, you know. His final hip-hop name, Machiavelli. Connecting to this 74 riddle. So here's Lil Snupe, another young rapper who died early. Died as a teenager, right after his 18th birthday. The date he died, a date with 59 numerology. You know? 59. Again and again. The name Lil Snupe in gematria sums to 45 like hip-hop. With regards to Big dying at 45, it kind of makes us think of Biggie, doesn't it? You know, hip-hop legend. We just saw a lot of, you know, tributes to Notorious B.I.G. this year, the 20-year anniversary of his death. See my work, the playlist again. Later this month, Notorious B.I.G. has a new album coming out with his former wife before his death. Look at this. Lil Snupe, from his birthday to the day he died, come back up here one more time, or excuse me. Meek Mill, who discovered Lil Snupe. Let's just read this. Earlier this year, Meek Mill expanded his Dream Chasers imprint by signing Jonesboro, Louisiana talent Lil Snupe, just moments after hearing the teenager's demo. So, this was Meek Mill's artist, and from Meek Mill's birthday, which was May 6th, to the day Lil Snupe died was 45 days. Hip-hop 45, Lil Snupe 45. This is just like what we saw with BTY YoungN. You know, murder by numbers. Killed ritualistically. His full name, Robert Rymeek Williams, gematria of 119. All-seeing eye. You see? All throughout history, it's this way, truth seeker. So we talked about Isaiah Thomas scoring his 53 on his sister's 23rd birthday. Notice the Wizards went down with 119 points in that game. The Warriors that same night won with 106. What do I always say? I say watch for how often the Warriors win with 106, 121, and 122. And did you see what they closed out their series with last night? They closed it out with 121 points, and on the perfect date to do it. Again, Warriors equals 121, Golden State 122. Their arena is 106 feet tall. Last year they lost Game 7 in their 106th game of the season on the 106th Father's Day, plus so much more. Lost it to LeBron James, the Godfather, who on Father's Day, to his son, who was once born October 6th, 10/6. There's just so much. But look at this. Winning with this score, 121-95 to sweep just after the Cavs swept. Notice that's 216 combined points. Cleveland, the 216 area code. LeBron James from Ohio, from Akron, Ohio, which equals 106. Just like Steph Curry, also from Akron, Ohio, 106. Just like Nate Thurmond was from Akron, Ohio, who had his number 42, retired with the Cavs and Warriors. Anyway, last year, Game 6, last game in Cleveland, summed to 216 points. Scripted sports by the numbers. Curry last night, in getting the sweep, scored 30 points. Check this out. This sweep came on May 8th, 2017, a date with 30 numerology. He scored 30 points on the date with 30 numerology. It was 5/8. Just so you can appreciate this, Oakland, 58. Golden State, 58. Utah, 58. The sweep on 5/8. And notice the word sweep has gematria of 23. The date numerology yesterday, a date with a life lesson number of 23. The word king also equals 23. I've been saying since the first game of the season, the tributes are there, looking at Part 3, the trilogy for LeBron James, The Godfather. The Godfather, a trilogy. The first time possibly ever from the Eastern and Western Conference, the same teams meet 3 years in a row. If it wasn't to be the Warriors, I've also been saying there's a narrative for the Spurs. It could also possibly be the third time LeBron James faces the Spurs. The Spurs won 61 games this year. The finals begin June 1st, 6/1, finals 61, Ohio 61. It's possible. But I do suspect we will see more likely the Warriors and the Cavs yet again. So there it is, Truth Seeker. Remember, I'm writing my book right now. I won't be back for a while. Just wanted to catch you guys up on these stories we haven't covered while I've been away. Until next time.